Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips team leaders to lead their way through all the challenges that they may face on a daily basis. This show is sponsored by the CLC team, and they help turn poor communicating teams with unhealthy relationships and attitudes and low performance into high performing and high producing unified teams. The CLC team also offers online mastermind groups and an online leadership community for leaders who want to continuously learn and develop their leadership skills. These groups are basically like your own personal trainers for your leadership development and growth. Find out more about them at clcteam.com. Hey, hope you had a great weekend and are ready for a great week of leadership ahead of you. Today, I want to talk about retaining your absolute most committed people. You know, the ones that you want to stay like forever because they're just that good. I'm sure that in your leadership role, you've seen a difference between your committed team members and your non-committed employees. And yes, there's a drastic difference between team members and employees. Your team members, man, they're the committed ones. They're committed to the team and they actually want to be at work. They enjoy what they're doing. They recognize problems and they come up with solutions to implement instead of excuses just to spread around. Your team members are the ones who will take your team to the next level and who genuinely care about other team members. Your employees, on the other hand, are basically the opposite. They are not committed to the team or the job. They are only there for the paycheck. They are quick to point out every little problem and will use every excuse not to work or to complain, but they'll never bring up any suggestions to resolve the problems. And they really just don't care about anyone else on the team. They are totally disengaged with everyone, and they do the bare minimum required. So, how would you like to keep the committed team members and lose the non-committed employees? Last week, in one of my mastermind calls, we discussed this section from John Maxwell's book, Leadership, and how if you ask for commitment, you risk losing the non-committed people. And you keep the committed people. And if you don't ask for commitment, you basically risk losing your most committed people while keeping the uncommitted ones. Now, during the mastermind discussion, we discussed how right now, when it's difficult to get people to work, it may just be worth it to keep the non-committed people because we just can't replace them very quickly. And let's face it, they're better than nothing, right? Well, not so fast. This led to a great debate over what is best. But eventually, we all agreed that it's best to cut the uncommitted ones loose because they can hold back the entire team. And a smaller, understaffed group of totally committed team members can do a heck of a lot more than a fully staffed group with uncommitted team members on it. Think about it this way. How much time do you spend correcting and fixing the uncommitted person's work? How much is their negativity bringing down the rest of the team? How much do your team members sacrifice because uncommitted people aren't willing to do anything more than the bare minimum? How much of a cancer is their poor attitude costing you and your team? Now, if you add all this up together, you'll probably agree that you're better off asking your team members for commitment and for their very best effort day in and day out than not asking. So today's challenge is for you to ask yourself this question. Who is it that I need to have a difficult conversation with today or as soon as possible? And ask them for commitment and to give their very best. And to tell them basically that they're not doing that now. Now, I'm going to promise you that you'll be glad that you did this in the long run because that person is either going to step it up or they'll start looking for another job. Or they'll just keep doing what they're doing. And then you can pretty much help them find another job. So let's face it, it's not always easy being a leader. But if you let your subpar employees continue to be subpar and uncommitted, your very best workers will start to lose faith in you as a leader, and they may start looking for work elsewhere with a team of committed team players. Ultimately, the choice is yours. You can have those difficult conversations, or you can choose not to. But it's time to choose. And it's time to take action if needed. Hey, that's it for today. Man, I want to tell you, the discussions that we have in our mastermind and membership group calls are nothing short of amazing. Every call, I learn something new from other team members, and we all continually hone our leadership skills. If you're interested in becoming a part of this group for as low as $25 a month, please visit clcteam.com/current waitlist, or you can click on the link in today's show notes. And by the way, the membership group is now open, and it's only going to be open for a couple weeks. So if you want in, go there and sign up. Hey, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.